Well, howdy y'all. It has been a hot, chaotic one. I'm gonna say that right now. Get that right off the bat. As you see, it is cooking hot right now. So, started out yesterday. I don't know if any of y'all remember, but I was supposed to go to Joe's the other day, right? Yesterday. So, I get up early that morning. It's okay, well, let's get started and get ready to go. And come out here, left front tire's flat. All right, well, no problem, air the tire up. Get Bertha fired up, warmed up, get ready to take off. And all of a sudden, I get this emergency stop warning on my tractor. And it's a big stop sign light. It's about that big around on the tractor, you know. And it says stop, stop. And it's just, it will not shut up. Beep, 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 beep. So I'm like, okay. It's not throwing any codes. Checked all that out, checked everything out. Could not figure this thing out to save my tail, okay? So I'm like, all right, Joe, look, I'm not taking a chance on driving this thing the way it is. So let's do this tomorrow and let me see if I can figure out what's going on with it. So you'll see in the video coming up what happened with it and how I was able to fix it. And it was something so stupid, y'all, you just won't believe it. But you know, I've even watched a few other videos on this same problem with these John Deere backhoes, and a lot of people have said the same thing, like, what is going on? Not throwing any code, no, nothing like that, you know. So anyway, you'll see what happened. It was, like I said, it was crazy stupid, and if I'd have known it was something that stupid, I would have just taken off and gone and done it anyway. But you know, as you know, it is an hour and 15-minute ride over there in Bertha. So the last time I went over, everything was good going over. Coming back, my transmission, it's basically like a converter temp is what it is, okay? So for those of you who don't know what that is, basically the transmission, the oil in the transmissions, as she's running it, and when it's really super hot outside and she's running at full speed in fourth gear, that temperature has a tendency to try to rise. Like pulling a heavy load with like my Chevrolet truck, it has that same temperature gauge on it. Excuse me. So if you're pulling a heavy load, you know, and that gauge will come up a little bit. Well, that coming home that day, it was super hot, you know, like it is today. And I had to stop 3 times on the way back. And all you got to do is, you know, with Bertha, and it never got dangerously hot, but because I'm not going to take that chance of pushing it past that dangerous spot. Like when it starts in the green, it goes all the way up to about 7/8 on the green. Anything past that, then it hits that little tiny white mark, which is like a little tiny bit like that. And then that's when you start getting dangerous. I won't let it get anywhere close to that. I would rather just stop and just let it sit there and idle and cool down for 10 or 15 minutes, you know. It's just as easy to do that, you know. So it's an extra 30 minutes on the ride, 40 minutes on the ride. I don't care. That's better than tearing something up. So, you know, you can sit there and just let it idle and it'll cool right back down and everything is good and you can take off and ride again. And you're sitting in the AC, so what's the big deal? Put the music on, sit there. So anyway, I told Joe this time, I said, you know, I will drive it over early in the morning when it's nice and cool, and then we'll do what we got to do, and then when I come, you know, on the way back, instead of coming back in the afternoon, you just come get me early in the morning, and I'll drive it back in early in the morning. So he said that was fine with him, because he's kind of in a rush to get his electrical done and his pad done so he can get his AC set for his house, because then he can start working on the inside. Because right now, without AC inside his house, even though it's pretty well insulated, it's still way hot, y'all. So it was really hard to tolerate. And I said, you know, that ain't no big deal to me. So he said, that's cool. So, you know, he topped off my fuel again and all that kind of good stuff, and we went over there and bought me lunch, and You know, and Joe helps me out a lot around here, y'all. Like I couldn't pay Joe to help all the stuff he's done for me since we've been here. So the way I see it, I'm very grateful for that. So I don't mind. You know, it's an hour ride. He pays for the fuel. What am I doing? It's not hurting nothing. Not hurting Bertha. No wear and tear, really. Just tootling along. 15, 16 miles an hour. You know. So anyway, got over there this morning, and man, it started cooking. Oh, wait. Let's back this story up. Okay, so get that finished on the backhoe. Get it finally figured out what's going on with it. Then the AC decides to quit. I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. Of course, I had the dash all apart and all that stuff, and that's when the AC decided to quit. I'm like, no way am I going over there and working in this heat without that AC. Because that cab, yes, you can open the windows, but that cab doesn't allow airflow like you would think, okay? So I just said, all right, I don't know what his problem is, but I'm just going to deal with it. And I took off this morning. And it was a nice ride over there. Didn't need the AC at all. It was a nice ride. Opened up the windows, you know. I get airflow. As long as you're doing, you know, 15, 18 miles an hour, I'm getting nice airflow in there. If you're sitting still, all you get is exhaust flow. So I get over there. Now, where I'm parked to do this job, the sun is right here in my eyes. I cannot see Joe at all trying to direct me digging this hole right up next to this house. And getting the dirt there for him. So I cannot see him whatsoever. So I'm having the window down and I'm doing this number like this, trying to see. Got a towel hanging over the glass. So I wish I would have recorded it today, y'all, because the sun coming over top of his house through the glass, I put my thermometer, my little laser thermometer on my shirt, this shirt right here, and it registered 134 degrees. That's how hot it was. So needless to say, we quit about 3 o'clock today, and I told Joe, okay, I don't know about you, but I pretty much had enough. Joe says, I'm whooped, I'm done, I can't do no more. I said, well, then let's just go finish it tomorrow, bro. Just if you want to run me to the house, we'll finish it tomorrow, and then early Tuesday morning, you just come get me, and we'll ride the backhoe back over here, and it's all good. That way we can finish it tomorrow. And I said, it ain't no big deal. Because basically, by then, all we'll have to do is just basically cover everything back up and flatten the pad out right there, nice, squared up. So that'll be good for his AC, and then he's already got my concrete mixer over there, so all he's got to do then is just get the concrete, form it up, and do that. And so he'll be taking care of that here soon. And so anyway, yeah, it was crazy. So we go on, and we go and go and go, and finally, you know, we're having to take so many breaks because of the heat. Finally, I just said, okay, look, I cannot take this anymore. Inside of my cab was hitting 145, 148, I think was the highest temperature I registered inside the cab of that tractor. And I said, look, all right, you take a break, I've got to figure this AC out. So I took the whole dash apart, everything, couldn't see anything that was manually wrong, took the filter out and the whole 9 yards, still couldn't see anything was wrong. And finally, boom, it just started cooling. I don't know what I did. I don't know what fixed it, but it just started cooling. Thank you, Lord. It took it about 20 minutes and it cooled right back down again. And every time Joe wanted to take a break, I said, yep, I'm taking my break right here. I'm sitting right here. I'm getting finally some cool air after being in 140 degrees for the last few hours, so I'm sitting right here. So he says, I don't blame you, man. So anyway, we got that done. Finished out the day, brought me home. And yeah, I am now just sitting here chilling, and I thought, you know what, let me go ahead and put a video on and tell you all about my chaos the last 24 hours. But it's been nice. You know, the dogs were real good today. Actually, I put them inside the camper today because I knew the temperature was the forecast was saying 102, and as you've seen, it already went beyond that. So I just went ahead and put the dogs inside the camper and turned the AC on, the fan on in there, and just let them do their thing, because I was like, you know, I'm not I'm not gonna let them be running in and out and have them have to deal with this out here in the heat. They're dogs, I get it, but you know, these dogs are really furry dogs, you know what I mean? They have insulation to a point, but my dogs are spoiled, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm just not gonna let them deal with that. So let me just give you a little panoramic view here. That mountain is so beautiful. I can't wait to have all the patio furniture sitting right in there. Have the waterfall over there kicking. And be able to listen to that water and be able to sit here. And I'm going to get some more outdoor furniture and put it over there by that rock fountain, that rock formation over there for the water. And be able to come out here and just be able to chill. And just listen to water running, looking at the mountains. I don't think it gets much better than that, does it? And soon all of that will be gone. Considering that how big of a muddy mess that was right over there just a month and a half ago, and now look at it and just think all that's going to be a J pond out there soon. Like right where that pile is, that's going to be part of the J right there. It'll probably be actually just this side of it, but that'll be part of the J pond over there soon. Then I'll have the fire pit right there kicking out here, so when it's fall and those nice cool evenings, and you know, be able to come out here and just sit and chill and relax and just get my zen on, so to speak. Trying to readjust y'all here again. There we go. You know, don't want you thinking you were having to look like this. So Gumby, straighten up the camera. We're all sitting here doing this number, man. So yeah. So Joe hooked me up with a cold snack, a couple of cold snacks for a long, hard day's worth of work. And this is actually, I know some of you aren't drinkers out there, but I mean, this is a new type of beer, and it's called Yingling Flight. And so he gave me like 4 of them. He said, here, try this. And I said, all right. Oh, I hear thunder. That's all right. So, and it's actually very, very good. I was surprised. It's got a nice real mild flavor. It doesn't really, it's got beer flavor, but I like the taste of beer, y'all, just so you know. I'm not one of them people that, I don't drink to get anything out of drinking, okay? Just so you know, like as soon as I start to feel a little bit of the effects of alcohol, like I'm done. Like I don't want that part of drinking. I like to drink beer just because I really enjoy the taste of beer. And I know that might sound weird, but I came from a family of alcoholics, you know, like grandmother, grandfather, you know, all of dad, all of them. So I don't deal with the drunken stupor, so to speak, okay? I don't deal with that well at all because I grew up with it. So now my grandmother, she was a functioning drunk. Like like she could work at the bar all night, be drinking beer all night long, working, and still drive home and be fine. Come home at 3 o'clock in the morning, go and take a 2 or 3 hour nap, get up at 7 o'clock in the morning, get my grandfather going, have a couple cups of coffee, fix everybody breakfast, and she started drinking beer. Hence our raccoon was a drunk too. And yes, we had a raccoon that was a drunk. Like he would sit up there in the morning with my grandmother, and as soon as she'd crack open her first beer, he'd go over there and sneak it, right? Well then, one day we came home, find the raccoon on the kitchen table, out like a light. Go to wake him up, got an attitude from hell. Like, oh my God, you'd think you just woke Satan himself. Come to find out, he had figured out how to open up the refrigerator and get the beer, and was sit there and had beer cans everywhere. He was trashed. I mean, there was probably 4 or 5 beer cans sitting there, and he was trashed and hung over. And he wasn't liking anybody that day. So my grandmother figured out, okay, I guess we got to put a padlock on the refrigerator from now on. So we ended up getting a second refrigerator just for the coons, for put her beer in. No, it was funny. I know. Anyway, off on a tangent there. Shut up! You're talking about something else over here. Finish what you was talking about. I know, I get it. Just reminded me of that funny, was funny back then. You know, in the summertime, I would go down to my grandparents and hang out with my grandparents because it was on the lake and everything. So I would go down there and basically pretty much stay there for the summer. You know, and you know, like my mom used to tell me, that gives us a break, you know. Okay, and you get to go hang out with all your friends at the lake. Okay, don't hurt my feelings. Gives me a break from you too, but you know. So anyway, yeah, it's been quite a day, quite a 48 hours anyway. Other than that, yeah, I'm fixing to get the puppies out here in just a few minutes and let them run. It's getting about that time. I think it's like 4:30, something like that. Almost 5 o'clock. So they're getting used to doing their walks right about now. And get them out here and do that. And surprising enough, Smokey, you see Smokey, he's actually out here. The girls were inside. They're like, we ain't coming out there and that stuff. Unless we got to go outside bad, we're not doing it. Smoke, he don't care. Not Smoke. I don't care, do you, buddy? He's a good boy. He's like, you're on camera. I know you're on camera. I got to be in the camera. See? I know you're recording. I know. I'm going to be on camera. Got to show my pretty self off, huh? He's such a ham. Oh, it's too funny. So what do we got coming up? Yes, we got a lot more coming up. And no, Joe didn't really want me to record all the stuff that we were doing over there. Just because Joe's kind of a private guy. Like, he doesn't mind getting on the camera over here, you know, and all that. But, like I said, he's kind of a private guy. So, I can respect that. He said, you know, you can record some of it. But he said, I just prefer you don't if you don't mind. I said, no, I don't mind at all. I'm good with that. Joe is an awesome fella, y'all. Just so y'all know. Like I said, he has helped me out, helped us out quite a bit since we've been here. I mean, he is the one that when we first got here, helped out with getting the wall over there. Like, he's like, you know, look, you ain't got to worry about paying me back. He said, I'll get it back one way down, somewhere down the road. And, you know, he bought all the materials for that big wall where we put the window in the front of the barn there. So, just so everybody knows, you know, he didn't ask for none of that back. And that was like almost $500 worth of materials back then. So, and he's like, you know, I know you'll get it back to me somehow, some way, and I have. You know, that's why I make sure when Joe calls, I'm there, because you know, whenever I call, he's there. He's just that type of guy, and that's the way it should be in the world. Unfortunately, not everybody's like that in the world. You know, most people will just soon take from you and just keep taking. And then when you put your foot down and they say you've had enough, then they get all attitude. And no, I'm not referring to anybody in particular. It's just life, you know. That's been happening to me since, oh my God, because I'm the giving type, you know what I mean? I will give and give and give, but then once I finally see that, you know, you're not giving back, well, then you got to go on, you know. No hard feelings, just go on. So that's just the type of person I am, and there's not very many of us in the world like that anymore. Too many just take and take and take. So it's all good. I'm still going to keep being me, and I'm still going to keep giving until I give enough. And then once I give enough, then, you know, call me whatever name you want to call me when I've had enough. I don't care. You know, you ain't going to hurt my feelings. So anyway, so we're going to go back over to Joe's in the morning. He's going to be over here bright and early to pick me up in the morning. And we're going to get after some more work. Basically, we're just filling in a lot of stuff. Like, he's got a vent pipe. He's got a... he decided he didn't want to put his vent pipe up through his roof, so we dug that in the ground today, and we're going to be venting that, running that, and hooking all that up tomorrow, and then finish burying his electrical stuff, and then getting his pad for his AC ready. And then Joe should be good to go for a while. So I figure, you know, another 3 or 4 hours in the morning, we'll be done with all that, and be good to go. And then Tuesday morning, I guess I'll bring Bertha back over here and get on the J-pond. Definitely, I'm ready to get that pretty much done. And also, I got to finish throughout this next week. I got to finish prepping that area in the back of the shop for this new surprise that's coming, and I am so grateful for that. And I hope y'all will be grateful with me. And happy for me, I should say. Happy for me with that, because that's going to help out so much around here. Man, that thunder. I ain't got my phone to see it on the radar, but I keep hearing it. It keeps getting louder. I don't know if y'all can hear it in the camera or not, but it keeps getting louder. It's coming from the east over there. But all I see is a little bit of clouds over here, so just enough to keep that bright, hot sunshine off of you. I mean, you see it. Look, well, this shirt ain't showing it very well. This shirt don't show it, but I'm actually sweating and sitting here, as you've seen the temperature. So anyway, other than that, I think we are rocking and rolling. Yes, David and I got that part of the ditch all done, and you'll be seeing those other videos coming out here soon of us finishing all that up. That'll be coming out soon. A lot of recording going on in the background that y'all just y'all can't see because we can't keep up with it. You can't do all these projects and keep up with it and keep everything going at the same time, you know, and get the videos out together, you know. So it just, otherwise everybody would be overwhelmed with videos. Well, so my battery so rudely interrupted me on that last one. Camera overheated. Imagine that, 115 degrees. Can't imagine why I did that. But anyway, yeah, it's still bloody hot out here. I had to let the battery cool down a little bit. It's taking a little bit for it to catch up. And yeah. So, oof. I mean, you see, I'm sitting here still sweating, y'all. So, Mary got back, and I went over there and talked to them for a little bit while letting the camera cool down, the battery cool down, and all that kind of good stuff. So, I don't know what I was talking about before, but that's all right. It's all in the past. You know, I'll probably edit it all out anyway, so you won't get to know. You'll be sitting there wondering, what was he talking about? I don't know. I will not be knowing what he was saying. Now I will go to sleep and that will be driving me nuts. I know. But anyway, it's gonna be a good day tomorrow. Joe's gonna pick me up early in the morning. We're gonna go back over there and finish up his stuff, and then I'm gonna get back over here and take the afternoon off, because tomorrow our temperature is actually predicting to be 104. Heat index is around 18, 19, something like that. So I don't know, we'll see how that goes. But I want to get this video out to you. I know it's probably late, but I'll still try to get this out to you. If not, I won't get it. If I don't get it out tonight, it'll be tomorrow. But either way, I still love y'all. Thanks everybody for the support and the generosity and all the love every day that I get from y'all. And yes, I'm back to my happy self again. So just be cool out there. Just be nice to people, you know. Not every day is about how much you can get. It's about how much you can give. Okay? Every day it should be like that. If you can't afford to give, just say no. If you can't afford to give a little. If you can afford to give a lot, give a lot. But again, just give. Just be nice. And don't let people down you when you stop giving. You know, just keep, okay, say sorry, I can't do it anymore. I can't help anymore. You know, I can only help so much. And I get that. I've had a lot of people help me over the years. And, you know, and I get that. Thank God for them. Now, that's probably why I am the way I am. So anyway, let's call this a night, because I am getting hungry. It is getting late, and it's finally, I mean, I won't say it's cool yet, because it is just bloody hot out here. Like if I had a wind or a little kind of a breeze, that would be different. But you can hear the bugs. Even the bugs are like, good Lord, Mother Nature, turn off the heat, turn the switch off. Anyway. Oh, that one got me. Anyway, I love y'all. Don't forget, like and subscribe, share, tell all your friends. Some see us at Junktojems, because you never know what kind of junk we're going to turn into a gem. That gem may be you. All right, we'll see y'all soon.